Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have my July bullet journal to share with you guys, so let's jump right into it. So I am going to create my calendar as always. I do kind of a calendar and a title page. I just find that the way that I like to do it. And I just really quickly want to say thank you so much for coming and hanging out in this video with me. I really appreciate it. I know this is not the most popular content on my channel, and I have actually had people leave comments that said because I'm creating videos that are not card videos, they're going to unsubscribe, which I mean is totally your call. You got to enjoy the content that you watch. But I love creating my bullet journal. It's just such a freeing space for me. I go into it with no plans, other than I have penciled out, the organizational stuff, but I don't have, like, when I make my cards, I know what I want the end result to be. So I've already planned it all out in my head generally. And this, I kind of just sit down and it just is what it turns out to be. Like I have no real plan other than the organizational parts that I need specifically to keep myself on track. But so this is just a really, really fun and freeing type of video for me to create. And I only do one of these a month, and yet I do get comments of people just leaving because it's not card making content. So I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and hanging out and watching the video that is not necessarily the content you are on my channel for, but I hope that you still find something interesting in this video, something inspirational, or you're just here to hang out with me, which I greatly appreciate. So thank you so much. So for my calendar, I like to make it 6x6 dot grid squares. That's just kind of my preference. That's what I go for. And then for decoration, I'm going to mostly use Anna's Swan Lake collection. I'll have it linked below. You guys have seen me use her stuff before. She is an incredible artist. She has a shop. She also has a YouTube channel. It's Journal Away, and I will link the shop and everything down in the comments, or in the description, down below. And yeah, her collections are just unmatched. I love her stuff so much. So these washi papers that I just kind of tore and I'm going to use in the corners, that's from her Swan Lake collection. This washi tape, this wide washi tape, that's from her collection as well. Pretty much everything I use for decoration in here, except some of my stickers, is from her collection. So I had a lot of fun busting this out and decorating with it because it is really, really pretty. So I love washi tape. I'm actually in talks right now with a manufacturer to make my own washi tapes. I love them. And it actually is the same manufacturer that Anna uses. She very kindly shared that information with me so that I could, reach out because I love the quality of hers. I love the vibrancy. I love the texture. I love the quality. So I reached out to that manufacturer and I'm in conversations about the potential of making my own washi tapes because that's kind of my next venture. Right now I'm focusing on sticker sheets, but I would love to do washi tapes in my shop eventually as well, just because I really like it. I think it's so versatile and it's so beautiful. I mean, I don't know. It's just such a useful and fun product. So that's kind of my new venture. But I use this large washi tape all the way kind of in the empty areas across the calendar spread, just because I thought it was really, really pretty. And I'm going to kind of use this text as well. If you guys have been with me for a bit, you'll know that I've been kind of wanting to work on my collage skills. I find them to be a little bit of a struggle, to be honest. And I don't know why, but it's funny because I watch like Vicky Papaneo. She does these stunning collages on her channel often in her mixed media videos, and she just makes it look so simple. So you think like, oh, I'll just bust out a few things and like put them together and it looks great. That's not necessarily true. I do think that it takes a little bit of practice. And I've been trying to kind of work on that skill. And this spread ends up being very collage-y. I don't know why. That's just the direction I went. And then these are like pieces that I ripped off of other pieces while I was creating it. I covered everything with this washi tape. It's so pretty. I couldn't resist. So I covered everything. And then I'm going to adhere these washi papers with this beautiful text on them. That specific paper actually came from her summer launch. I'm pretty sure Swan Lake was her spring launch. I'll link everything. I'm going to link her shop regardless, but I will also link to the collection if it's still available. I don't know if Swan Lake is still available because it was her spring collection, but this specific washi paper came from her summer collection, which is also stunning. It's very water forward, but I didn't use that in this one because I wanted to use my Wildflower sticker sheet. So you're going to see me bust that out here in a minute because I felt like my Wildflower sticker sheets went beautifully with this collection of Swan Lake because they're kind of more muted color palette, which I don't generally tend towards. I do generally tend towards a very vibrant color palette, but I'm trying to go out of my comfort zone and, enjoy different color palettes. And that's kind of what I've done here. So all these little collage bits and washi tape are from her shop. They were from the Swan Lake collection. And I'm going to actually change my mind here in a minute. So you're going to see that I actually had to lift up the corner of that little photograph piece and have this extra piece kind of stick underneath it because I changed my mind. I wanted that there as well. And then I also added just a little collage of a few items down in the bottom right corner, and that's going to be where I put my month title. So I'm going to add July there once on this kind of label sheet that I just adhered. And again, all these little pieces come in her collection. She kind of does a mix of stickers, functional stickers, washi tapes, and like junk journal-y bits is kind of what I would call them. They're probably not exactly what they are, but because I like to get her collection box, because you get a bit of a discount and because her collections are flippin' stunning. So I like to support, small businesses and artists and female artists and whatnot. So I do get her collection box, and the collection box always comes with such cool things in it. So I had a lot of fun. So you saw me bring out my large months there for the July title. And then I brought out my Wildflowers days of the week for that, and I added that across the top. And I think I actually called it weekdays, not days of the week. And then I'm going to use her stickers here for the days, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just because they were such a fun color. I honestly, I'm not generally drawn to muted color palettes, but the way that Anna does them, they're really pretty. And I thought it would be fun to just do something completely different in my journal because, like I said, I do tend towards a more vibrant color palette. And I just thought that this would be kind of a fun way to do something a little bit different, but still have it be, in my kind of style and wheelhouse. So I did go through and I used this like a sagey green of the numbers, and that's kind of what my calendar ended up being. I don't think I really added anything else to the calendar, just those numbers. And then we're going to jump into creating my favorite spread of the book because I've been having so much fun with it. I kind of came up with the next spread a while back, and it's my meals, content, and tasks. And I've been having fun with like geometric shapes for these little boxes. Don't ask me why. I don't know what started that, but I've been having so much fun with it that I kind of keep doing them just for this spread in my setup. But if you saw my 2025 journal setup, I actually went geometric for that whole setup. So I guess I just like geometric shapes. And because these need to be like they don't need to be, I choose to put them in boxes because I think that's easier for me for planning space. I like to do these geometric style boxes around them. So I've been having a lot of fun with just different geometric shapes for this. And I use 2 different widths of my Copic Multiliner here. I'm going to use the 0.5 for this. And then I'm going to go in and use the 1.0, which is quite a bit thicker, right? Like this is about half the thickness of that pen. And that pen is chunky, but man, did it create a cool effect between the 2 boxes. Having that like thinner and thicker line was really, really neat. So I had to kind of play with this. I've been having so much fun with geometric shapes. Anyway, so on the left-hand side, that's my meals, my meal planner. I kind of came up with that because I do 1 grocery shop a week and I don't like wasting food, really bothers me. So I kind of came up with the idea that I would write down, all our meals for the week. And then I'd write out my shopping list based on that. So I knew, like, say if I bought head of broccoli, I would, maybe we'd have stir fry and then maybe we'd, do something else. Or I would buy a head of lettuce and I would make sure that we were going to have, tacos one day and maybe a wedge salad a different day, that kind of stuff, so that I wasn't wasting groceries, because I don't enjoy wasting food. It really bothers me. So, and, if you buy the groceries in the house, you know that food can be a bit expensive. So I don't like to waste it. So this just kind of came up with that idea. And then on the other side of the page, I do my content plan. So that is up on the top. And that's where I write out all of my YouTube video ideas for the month. And if I have any ideas for other videos, or if I was going to do a collab with somebody, that kind of stuff, I write it all out there. And then on the bottom one, I write out the tasks for the month. So anything I need to accomplish that month, especially if there's a certain time frame for it. July is a bit of a crazy month for me, so it's going to be pretty interesting. We're doing the floors in our house. It's my husband's birthday, and it's a milestone birthday for him. So we're going to do a little traveling. It's also Christmas in July. So I have a bunch of videos coming out all of July, except for 2 that are Christmas themed. So there's just a lot going on for me in this July. So I need to be on top of it. So that tasks list really helps, because it's kind of like my master list. So I write everything I want to accomplish the month, and then I break it up into the weeks throughout the month so that I can, get it all done in a good, timely fashion. And then, of course, I love this kind of second line highlight. I just think it's pretty. It helps break up the lines on the page, so it's easier for me to write across them, if that kind of makes sense. So I've been kind of having fun with this. I've seen every bullet journaler I know do this, and it's just such a great way to add a pop of color to a page. So I've kind of adopted it for everything as well. So I do it in these in these kind of tasks lists, and then I also do it in my weekly setups, because I just think that's kind of fun. And now this is a new product to my shop. This is my medium alphabet. I'm having so much fun with these. I love alphabet stickers. They're so versatile. Like, I've been using them on pen pal letters. I've been using them on, when I create folios, I've been using them on, I've been having so much fun. And so I've created 3 sizes of fonts now. So you just saw my medium. This is my small, although honestly, I am kind of considering doing one in between these 2. We'll see if that happens or not, but I am kind of thinking about it. I don't know. We'll see. And then I have a large one as well, which is fairly big, but it's kind of neat. I used it recently on a package that I sent to a pen pal of a journal that I had created for her. And I created the packaging it went in as well. And it just looked really cool because I wrote her name out in my large alphabet. And I just thought it looked really neat on the package. You will see it. It is a short that I will share at some point. So you will see that pop up at some point. But I've been having a lot of fun with my alphabet letters. So it's really exciting for me. I don't know why. And then for a little bit of decoration, because this is a very text heavy spread, I brought in a couple more of the washi tapes, and then I'm going to bring in a PET tape as well. And Anna's now doing pre-cut PET tapes, which is really exciting to me, because you have to fussy cut most PET tapes, not all of them, but most of them. And so the fact that you can literally, it's like a sticker roll. It's just PET. And this one is the Swan Lake version. So of course there's just, the visuals are stunning. And she hand draws all of her own stuff. She's just a huge inspiration to me. And she's an incredibly kind person as well, which is always amazing. But I did go through and use a couple of the PET stickers. I'm going to put this text one down, and then I'm going to change my mind because I didn't like it. And I'm going to add it to my weeklies a little bit later. Luckily, it peeled off beautifully, had no problem there, and I was just able to move it. You'll see it show up again here in a little bit on my weeklies. And then, of course, I did have to number my days so that I would know what day went with what dinner. And then that's pretty much this whole spread. I know it's kind of it's a very useful spread to me. It is very specific though, so you could easily change this into whatever you need to track for the month instead, or a spending log, or there's so many things you could do here. Because it's me and I track food, that is what I used it for. And then I decided to do kind of a layout that I haven't done in a while. It's where you cut the top off of each week, and then you have just the first week and the last week of the month where you can see the top of the page. And then we're going to decorate that. I just wanted something a little bit different than what I usually do. I do tend to be very matchy-matchy. I like all of my weeks to be the same. I know that's not everybody's thing, but I really like that. I like a cohesive look. So I do tend to do my weeks all the exact same. Don't ask me why. It's just my thing. And I am going to cut off. I'm going to do 5 weeks here because most of the last week of July is still in July. I think it goes 1st and 2nd of August. So I will have that. And then, of course, I also have the last few days of June in July as well. So it ends up being a 5-week month. So I did make sure that there was 5 weeks for me to work on. And you can see like this says cut, that says decorate, so that I don't make a mistake when I'm cutting out pages and cut too many and then be like, oh no. Because what do you do once you've cut out like the next one is in August? Like I didn't want to mess that up. So I did go through and kind of mark out what I needed to so that I didn't make any mistakes there. And then I did bring in my scissors and I cleaned up that where I'd cut those pages a little bit. It was looking a bit kind of messy. So I tidied it up a little bit. You do need to leave some paper because you don't want the signature to like rip out of the book, but I kind of cleaned it up a little bit and there's still a little paper there, but that's okay. And then this is a different piece of the washi paper that comes in Anna's box. This one is specifically from the Swan Lake collection. It's really, really pretty. She actually designed this one in a vlog. So you got to see her using Photoshop and like designing this cool pattern. Just, I don't know. I'm always amazed at artists. Like they just, artists are amazing. They're just such a cool people because they're talented and I don't know, I'm in awe of it as I'm kind of working through my journey and I'm, learning things and I'm working on things and I'm trying to build my skills, and so I'm always excited by other artists. But yeah, so I put that on the top knowing that would be kind of the base of my next set of decorations. And then for my pages, I'm going to have no actual task list on the pages, but I will use the one from the front to kind of break out what I need to do in the weeks. But so I'm only breaking my weeks down into 7 boxes. And I really wish that I had not done this line on the top of the paper. It was there before I put the paper down, but you can see it. Like if I had lowered it, I don't know, it's probably where it's supposed to be-ish, but when I flip the page, you can still see it, and that was a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. I've already done it. There's nothing I can do about it at this stage, so I just left it, and I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to do something else kind of weird here. When I go and add some stickers and decorations to the page, I'm gonna kind of make a weird mistake on it. You're gonna see that. It's okay. Again, this is just for me. I'm sharing this so that maybe if you're interested in bullet journaling, you get this idea. Maybe you've never heard of it before, so you're interested. Maybe you just like to hang out with me, and that's great too. But I just like to share the videos because I love how fun and creative the bullet journal gets to be for me because it's so freeing. It's such a fun experience. So of course I'm going to do my second line highlights here as well. And then we're going to go through and use my Wildflower stickers. This is the script. I'm pretty sure I used script. And I went through and I'm going to add those on after I add some numbers. I am going to start with teal numbers. You're going to see me pull those out here in a second. It's because I used teal in June. So I'm finishing off what's left in June with the numbers. This is my numbers sticker sheet. And I used just 29 and 30 to finish off that month. And then I'm going to use the numbers from my Wildflowers. Script. I told you it was script. I'm going to use the numbers from my script sheet, and that's what's going to finish off the rest of July, and it's going to go into August as well, because I don't know what I'm going to use for August yet. Like if I knew, I would use that color just because it's kind of fun to differentiate that way, but I had no idea at this time, so I'm going to use the Wildflower stickers into that month into that start of the month as well, so that just looks cohesive on the page. But yeah, Wildflowers is a new color palette that just came out in my shop in my new release in June. It was June 15th. I did a big release. It was like 300 stickers. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Oh boy. And it's really, really funny. I just got all my stickers organized the other day. And then I'm like, oh, I have ideas for more sticker sheets. Oh, it's never ending. It's so funny. But yeah, then I'm going to go put in my days of the week. Like I said, these are the script ones. I've been having so much fun designing and creating sticker sheets. Like, I don't know. I love sticker sheets. I know I keep saying that, but it's just one of those things where it's like, people kind of, when you get a certain age, people are like, you can't like things. And I'm like, meh, I'm too old for you to tell me I can't like stickers. Because yeah, I have so much fun with them. They just make me happy. And really, life's too short not to enjoy things. So I'm going to play with my stickers and just be happy. But yeah. So I laid out all of the days of the week here. So I start my weeks on a Sunday. I am Canadian, so my calendar starts on a Sunday. And I like to keep Sunday and Monday together because those are the days of the week that my husband has off from work. So those are the days that we tend to, plan things or anything we have to do around the house or anything like that. That is where we plan them. So I keep those days together as my weekend. You could, of course, have that be different. You could have Saturday and Sunday together instead if you wanted to. And start your weekend on Monday. I know a lot of people in Europe do that because I believe their calendar starts on a Monday. But ours starts on the Sunday. So that is what I keep it with. And then I'm going to bring in a bunch of these just really cool stickers off this PET tape again because they're so pretty and they're just really fun. So that she has these like beaded gem pieces that go across there. So I added those. And you can see that sticker that I removed from my, I think it was my content. I removed it. It's there now in the corner. And this is where I'm going to kind of just build another little sticker collage. I ended up writing this week on the top just because I thought it was fitting for the fact that all of my weeks are here. And so every week you're looking at it is this week, right? But I wish that I had laid out the letters a little better because once these are down on this washi paper, they aren't coming up. It ain't happening. They grabbed this paper like nobody's business, which is great. I don't want them to fall off. But I found that I wish I had moved the word this just over closer to where I'm building like the word week. I think that the spacing just looks really kind of weird, but it is what it is. Again, it's mine. It doesn't really matter. I'm not offended by it. The spacing is a little bit off. I do wish I could have fixed that. But again, I don't plan this out, right? So because I don't plan it out, I make more mistakes. And I just roll with it. Like, it's fine. Like, I really wish I could have moved this over a touch, but I can't, so it's okay. And then I'm going to bring in some more of the washi tapes because, again, they're just so pretty. So pretty. And then I'm going to pretty much, that's what I do. I just finished decorating this page. Then I'm going to show you a flip through of all of the pages together, and that is this video. So I had a lot of fun with this. I don't know. And this is a thin washi tape that Anna actually sent me. She sent me a bunch of washi tapes in my order that I didn't order. So she's just such an incredibly kind person. So I did get to use some of these really cool thin washi tapes. I know they're new to her shop. And I love them. So I'm going to have to order some in my when she brings out her fall release, I'm going to have to order some of these thin washi tapes because they're great just for a little added decoration. And my small alphabet fits on them perfectly. So you'll see that and I created an envelope and a pocket for someone recently, and I used my small alphabet on top of the thin washi tapes, and man, it looked cool. So I'm gonna have to add some more of those washi tapes to my cart when I go and do her fall order. And then I did bring in some of my little heart stickers. I don't know. Why not? I wanted a little more black because I do write in black ink. So this just kind of adds a touch of black ink to the page as well. So here we go. This is my bullet journal for July. Tell me your thoughts. Do you think that I pulled off the kind of collage? Would you change anything? Would you do anything different? I would love to hear. And I am going to show you that I have my doodle page in there, though I didn't show you setting it up because, again, it's just 30 squares. That's all it is. It's not very exciting. You're going to see it here in a second on this spread right here, right before my weeklies, and then we jump into my weeklies. So that is the video I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll leave me a like, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. It is my dream to hit 20,000 by the end of the year, and I am going into Christmas in July, so there will be a whole bunch of really fun Christmas videos coming up. And thank you to my members. You guys are phenomenal. I greatly appreciate you, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye-bye for now.